Hello. There we go. Don't know why that wasn't working. Hello. And welcome to the Plays the Thing. My name's Matt. And in today's video, in a kind of repeat because I surprisingly enjoyed myself, we are going to play Lord of the Rings, the card game, the first mission from the revised core box, Passage Through Mirkwood, but we are going to play the campaign. I did a video playthrough this yesterday saying how hard it was, and it is hard, but I'm playing on what the game classes as easy mode. And so we're going to play the campaign. So what that means is, if we go down to the table, is that there are campaign cards in the revised core set, which take you through the first 3 stages and then expansion through other stages. But it also means potentially when you're playing solo, the third scenario in the revised core box is really hard solo, and I think it just helps with that. And generally, just from what I've seen of the start of the campaign, it maybe just helps a little bit, maybe. So basically, we have a card which says Passage Through Mirkwood, a campaign card, and it says you are playing campaign mode. Set up, put Mordor into play, who is a campaign card. He's an objective ally. And so this is Mordor. And Mordor says ranged. The first player gains control of Mordor. So that will just be me. And response, after a quest card is defeated, which is one of these cards that we have to complete to win the game. After a quest card is defeated, ready Mordor, then each player draws 1 card. If Mordor leaves play, remove him from the game. So that gives us a benefit in card draw, which is obviously super important. And then it also says on the campaign card, if Mordor leaves play, the players lose the game. And of course, Mordor leaving play means he's defeated, so he has a health of 3. But he's basically another ally, so he has 1 willpower, 1 attack strength, and 1 defense. So with his response power as well, so I think we need to make sure he is questing most of the time, and he could take some damage if someone has to take 2 undefended damage. He could do that. And there's a little bit of flavor text. And of course, it's so small. King Thrandail has assigned a guide, Mordor, to assist you in your passage through Mirkwood Forest. So basically, that's it. That's the additions for playing the campaign mode through Passage Through Mirkwood. Everything else is the same. I'm playing with the same heroes. I'm going to put them in the same place. I feel I know a little more about action windows now, and especially what I learned yesterday is how in the combat phase, once you're resolving enemy attacks, there's an action window before that, but after that there are no action windows. So that's kind of important with the action windows. I feel like that's the most important thing. Knowing when these action windows can take place, but knowing that they can't take place during a battle, which makes thematic sense, is useful, because I was trying to, I think I had Faramir out and I was trying to ready him, and you know, that just wasn't, I wasn't able to do that, and it's good that I know that now. Okay, so we will start up, and we have to draw 6 cards first. So, oh, also I should say I have removed a few cards from this deck, so I'm below the 50 recommended, but I've also read that that is okay, and that there were 3, I can't remember what they were, but they hit orcs when they came out into play, and there are no orcs in this scenario. So I was just like, do I really need these, or do I want to get other cards out beforehand? So I'm just going to move everything up so you can at least see these cards. So I've removed them, and I removed the cards something Tukes. There's something that Gandalf says, because they did things for other players, reducing their threat level for other players. So it was something that I couldn't use. So I thought, well, what's the point in that? So I wouldn't say I'm deck building, but I have taken some cards out. So hopefully that will help with card draw. Now, what I'm noticing, what I've drawn, these are all, oh no, there's one event, but the rest are allies. Oh, there's 2 events. And I want to find some attachments to attach to my heroes particularly. So I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. We could do this once. All the cards go back into the deck and we shuffle. So yeah, this is a once at the start. We can mulligan our hand. If I could get an attachment, that would be useful. So I'll do a good shuffle. A little more of a shuffle. And we'll cut the deck. And let's see what we get this time. Wow. Oh, we got a Gandalf. Yes, we got no attachments. We got more allies and less events and no attachments. But there we go. Now, what's good is we have sneak attack, and that is, it costs 1 leadership. Resource, and it's put 1 ally into play from your hand. At the end of the phase, if that ally is still in play, return it to your hand. Now we have a Gandalf, and Gandalf is useful because he's very, very strong, but at the end of the round, discard Gandalf from play, but this card would override that ability. And also when Gandalf enters play, we can choose one thing: draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce your threat by 5. So we could actually draw 3 more cards with Gandalf, which I think is really good at this point. So we might do that. Anyway, resources. So everyone's getting 2 because we're playing easy mode. And then we have an action window. And And I think we will use this action window to play sneak attack. Yes, so we will spend 1 resource to play sneak attack to put 1 ally into play, and we will put Gandalf into play. And he will come back to our hand at the end, and we will use his response when he enters play, draw 3 cards. So we will draw 3 cards. Wow, still no attachments. More allies though. Can you see all of them? Oh, maybe I'm going to move myself. Ooh, up here. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? So now we are in the planning phase. And we have a lot of... we have Faramir. But he costs 4. You know what? I might not put any of these out now, because Faramir would be really good to get out early on. And he's 4 leadership. And I've got 3 now. So I'm thinking, you know, keep them. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, sorry, what I should have done... I should have drawn a card as well. So we would have 1 extra card. Sorry, excuse me. That is a 5 event. Let's put event here. Which is ready all character cards in play for 5 leadership. Which is obviously expensive, but could be very useful if we're fighting a lot of spiders. So we are in the planning phase. But I don't think I'm going to do anything. So we will go to the quest phase. Each player may commit characters they control to the quest. So we're going to commit Eowyn as usual, because she has 4. We're going to commit Mendor. Oh, sorry, we should have flipped this over. So we need to get 8 on that. So that is 5. Now the question is, we can travel to this old forest. Which after you travel to the old forest, the first player may choose and ready 1 character they control. So I'm going to commit Gandalf to the quest as well. So that is 9 committed to the quest. And I'm going to commit Aragorn to the quest. So that's 10, 11. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. And after Aragorn commits to a quest, spend 1 resource from his resource pool to ready him. So I will do that. And then I will commit... No, I'm not going to commit Theodred to the quest. So, that's all the committing to the quest I'm going to do. And then we're going to reveal an encounter card. So we have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 committed to the quest. So we reveal another card, and it is Dol Guldur Orcs. When revealed, the first player chooses one character currently committed to a quest. Deal 2 damage to that character. Okay. I'm going to deal 2 damage to Mendor because he has 3 health. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11 committed to the quest, and now that is 5 out. So 6 goes through. And now we can travel. So we will travel to the Old Forest. And when we travel to the Old Forest, we can choose one character to ready they control. So I will ready Gandalf. And so we're in the travel phase. So we can now go into the encounter phase. We have the optional engagement, but we don't need to do that because both of these are going to come into play. So engagement checks, these both come into play. So there are orcs in here. So when I took those cards out, I could have been wrong to do that. So this forest spider has 3 attack, because when they first come into play, they get +1. This orc has 2 attack. And we have 3 characters able to defend. So we deal them shadow cards. And then, first of all, this orc, who is attacking for 2. So I think Theodred will defend against this. And yeah, so it's just 2. So Theodred takes 1 damage. And then Gandalf is going to defend against the forest spider. And they are just doing 3 damage. So Gandalf defends all that damage. And then we can do attacks. So Aragorn is going to attack the Dol Guldur orcs. And they have no defense and 3 lives, so that kills them. So that is the end of the combat phase. We discard the shadow cards, and then we're in the refresh phase. So we refresh all our cards. We raise the threat by 1, so it goes up to 30. Oh, don't know why we're not focusing. There we go. And we go back to the start. So we draw a card, and it's another sneak attack. We're not drawing any attachments this phase. So another sneak attack. And we add resources. Oh, sorry. So that sneak attack, at the end of the phase, if that ally is still in play, return it to your hand. So Gandalf comes back as well. Have we got any doubling of cards? Yeah, we have. So we can shuffle these along. So resources go out. So now we have 3. So I'm going to play another sneak attack. Put 1 ally card into play from your hand. So we'll spend one of those resources. And Gandalf again comes into play. And draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play. Does Gandalf deal direct damage? Let's check. Let us see. Indeed, all we have to decide is what to do with the time down. Correct. Defense only applies during attacks. Yes. So I'm going to deal 4 damage to that forest spider and kill it. Hee. Naughty spider attacking me and my ally Mordor. So Gandalf will come back to us again. I can also play I have 3 Son of Arnor. I'm not sure they're great cards. Yeah, I don't have the 4 to put Faramir in again, because I just spent 1 to put Gandalf into play. Oh, what should I do? Yeah, I'm gonna put a silver load archer in. Whoops, for 3 leadership. And that's all I'm going to do. So we go into the planning phase. Now, I'm up to 6 on here, and we can't go past 8. As in, it won't go on to the next card, any left over. So I've got 3 to pass the Old Forest Road, and then 2 more to put on that card. So that's 5, but we're going to draw another card from here, of course. So let's commit Eowyn. Let's commit Gandalf. And that is 8. Do you know what? We might not commit Gandalf. Maybe we'll commit Mendor for 5. And maybe we'll commit Theodred, because we can choose a hero committed to that quest, add 1 resource to that hero's pool. So we can add a resource to Eowyn. So now we have 6. And we need 5. So that's probably not enough. I've still got 3. Oh hell, I'll commit Silverblade Archer as well. So that's 7. Yeah, so we have 7 committed to the quest. Let's reveal an encounter card. And it is Ungoliant Spawn. So when revealed, each character currently committed to a quest gets -1 until the end of the phase. Damn you. So it's so that's nothing, 3, nothing, nothing. So we're only doing 3. Is that right? 4, 5. Yeah, 3. Okay, so that 3 goes through to the Old Forest Road. So it goes out, but we don't put anything on the progress. And now, there's no travel phase. And the encounter phase, internal, each player may optionally engage an enemy. Now, for the first time, this enemy, the engagement check, well, they are on 32 and I'm on 30. So I don't have to engage them yet. If I do engage them, they're going to attack for 5. And I do not have enough people to... It's got 9 health. So I could only attack for 7, and it would just be dangerous. Yeah, I'm not going to engage with that enemy. So we do engagement checks and we don't engage that spider. We'll have to engage it in 2 rounds. So there is no combat phase. And so we go to the refresh phase. And we... Refresh everyone. We raise the threat by 1, so it's at 31. And then Gandalf goes back to our hand because of our sneak attack. And that is the end of that phase. Each player draws 1 card, so we get a new card. It's a Guard of the Citadel. Wow, no attachments at all. Haven't drawn 1 attachment yet. Everyone gets 1 resource. So Eowyn has 5 now. So we have an action window. And I'm going to spend 1 of Eowyn's resources to play Dwarven Tomb. An action, return 1. Oh no, I can't do that. Can't do that. It's it returns 1 of her spirit cards from the discard pile to my hand, but I can't do that. Unfortunately. So instead I will spend 3, we'll go to the planning phase and I'll spend 3 resources to put a Lorien Guide into play. After Lorien Guide commits to a quest, place 1 progress token on the active location. We do not have an active location. This is the quest, not the location, as I worked out yesterday. So they just go out. And then we have I'm not going to spend any more resources because I could put Faramir out next turn if I have 4 leadership resources. So I'm not going to do anything else. So, planning phase is over. Quest phase. We will so I'm going to use Eowyn. Oh, quest phase. Let me see. Yeah. So I have an action window. So I will use Eowyn's action, which is discard 1 card from your hand to give Eowyn +1 willpower. And I will discard 1 of these Guards of the Citadel. So she now has 5 willpower. Which I've never used that before. She's kind of dumb of me. And there's nothing here at the moment. And we need to... Shall we commit someone else? Let's commit Mordor. So we're doing 6 willpower. So we will reveal 1 encounter card. And it is an East Bite. What? East Bite Patrol, which is another orc. Why did I didn't come across any of these cards yesterday in my playthrough. Funny. So that just comes into play. So we have 6 willpower going through. We do a willpower check. So that's 8. Well done for that one. So we go to the next card, which is, as you move through the Mirkwood, hounded by spiders, the forest path forks before you. So now we have to get 2 to do the force. When you defeat the stage, proceed to one of the 2 next paths. Yeah. So we just need 2 willpower next time. So now the travel phase, but there's nowhere to travel through, no locations. So the encounter phase. In turn order, each player may optionally engage 1 enemy in the staging area. I'm still not going to engage this spider. We'll have to do it next turn, which will be horrifying. But we have to engage this East Bite Patrol. So then it's the combat phase. So we deal 1 shadow card to the East Bite Patrol. They are attacking for 3. And I think I will use my silver load archer to defend that attack. So let's see, there's nothing on there, so they attack for 3, so that kills my silver load archer. And then we can attack the East Blight Patrol. So we'll attack for 3 with Aragorn, and they only have 1 defense and 2 life, so that kills them. So that's the end of the attack phase, and we can, the combat phase, I should say, so we can refresh our cards. There is an action window now. We still don't have any. No. So yes, so that's the end of there. So it's now the resource phase. We draw 1 card. It's another event. And this is an event. Cancel the when revealed effects of a card that was just revealed from the encounter deck. Okay, so resources. One, 2, 3. And it's the planning phase. So I'm going to spend my 4 leadership resources to put Faramir into play. And I have 3 spirit resources, but I don't have anything that I can play now. I do have a couple of actions. Well, this one, when revealed. So I think I will stop there. And now we have the quest phase. So I only need 2 to get to the next part of the quest. So I forgot to use Mendor's ability. After a quest card is defeated, ready Mendor, then each player draws 1 card. Yeah, should have done that. Okay, so I'm going to commit Eowyn to the quest. And I'm going to use her action as well. to... Sorry, I'm going to commit Mendor to the quest as well. So that is 5 committed to the quest. And then I'm going to, because I can do this now, can't I? Commit character to the quest, action window, yes. I'm going to use her action, discard 1 card from your hand. Eowyn gets +1 willpower until the end of the phase. So I'm 6 willpower. Hold on, I didn't move this up, did I? I should have moved this up to 32. Because we have to engage the Ungoliant spawn. So we have 6 willpower committed. And so we look at an encounter card, and it is another So it has a when revealed. These are Black Forest rats. Each player must choose 1 character currently committed to a quest and remove that character from the quest. Yeah, and Mendor's ability, it doesn't say he has to be committed to the quest. It just says after a quest card is defeated, ready Mendor. So I will remove Mendor from the quest rather than cancelling that when revealed ability and using resources. Remove the character from the quest. The chosen character does not ready, but that's fine. So it's 5 and it's only 2 needed to clear this fork in the road. So that quest is completed, which means that Mendor readies and we draw a card. It's an attachment. And it's the Steward of Gondor. Exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to attached hero's resource pool. Okay. We'll be using that next time. So that's completed, and now we have a chosen path. So we have to choose one of these randomly. And it is, the trail winds into one of the darkest, most dangling parts of the forest. You sense that a foul, dark presence is hunting you, and you move quickly in an attempt to avoid its evil. You attempt to follow a secret hidden trail to avoid the enemies. Players cannot defeat this stage while Ungoliant spawn is in play. If players defeat this stage, they have won the game. So we have to kill Ungoliant spawn, which we're about to commit to anyway. So that is the end of the quest phase. And now it's the travel phase, but there's no locations. So we skip that. And then the encounter phase. We have to encounter both of these. We have to. And so both of these will get an encounter card. And the Black Forest bats, did I say rats? I meant bats. They only do 1 attack, so I think I'm going to do an undefended attack on these. And that's it. So it's just 1 hit to someone, and I'll give that to Aragorn. No, I'll give it to Eowyn. And then the Ungoliant spawn now is attacking for 5. I will commit our Lorien guide to defend against Ungoliant spawn. And there is a shadow effect. Defending player must choose and discard one attachment they control. Well, I have no attachment, so that does nothing. So they're going to attack Lorien Guide for 5. Lorien Guide has 2 health, so they are dead. But now we can attack Ungoliant Spawn, and we can put everyone else, apart from Eowyn, into this attack. So that's 3, 5, 6, 7. So 7 damage to Ungoliant Spawn. Oh, hold on. Let's kill the Black Forest Bats, I think. So we'll do 1, 2 damage to the Black Forest Bats. They have no defense, so they go out. And then Aragorn and Theodred will attack for 5. So we put 3 damage on Ungoliant Spawn, and that goes out. So that is the combat phase. And then we have the refresh phase. Everyone refreshes. The threat goes up to 33. And we start again. So each player draws a card. And it's another attachment, Unexpected Courage. Attached to a hero, exhaust Unexpected Courage to ready attached hero. Okay, and then we do resources. So the question is, this Ungoliant Spawn attacks for 5. I'm going to spend 2 resources of Eowyn, spirit resources, to attach this Unexpected Courage to a hero. So I can ready an attached hero. And I think I'm going to attach it to Faramir. No, I can't attach it to Faramir. Attach to a hero. So I'll attach it to Theodred instead. My mistake. I think I did that yesterday, actually. So it's attached to Theodred. And then I have 2. I was going to put Steward of Gondor into play. But I'm wondering whether I should put another ally into play. I could put this ally into play. And then they could soak up the damage from Ungoliant Spawn. I just think that's the more sensible thing to do. It's got 6 health left, so I need to attack it. I've got and 2 defense, so I've got 5, 6, 7. Eowyn, we've got to put someone to the quest. And I could put Theodred to the quest and then I think I'm going to put another ally into play. So she's not committed yet. So I'm going to stop there. And in the quest phase, we're going to commit Eowyn to the quest for 4. I don't think we'll discard a card. And then we will commit Aragorn to the quest, and then we'll commit Theoden to the quest. And we can add 1 resource to Aragorn and then use his response to ready him. And then we can use Unexpected Courage to ready Theodred. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 committed to the quest. So that's 7. So we reveal an encounter card, and it is the Great Forest Web. Yeah, and we'll keep that there. So, well, it has to stay there, I should say. So we have 7 committed to the quest, so that's -2, so we put 5 on that last one. So that's the quest phase. Travel phase, each player must exhaust 1 hero they control to travel to the Great Forest Web. So I'm not going to travel there now because I want all my players to be able to attack. So that's the end of the travel phase. Encounter phase. There are no encounters because we have Ungoliant spawn here. And it's the combat phase. So Ungoliant spawn is going to attack, and we're going to use the Guard of the Citadel to defend. And there is no extra shadow card, so it's 5 damage. So Guard of the Citadel dies, and then we will attack Ungoliant spawn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not going to be quite enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there anything we can do? No. So we do 7 damage. He has 2 defense, so that's an extra 5. So he's up to 8. Darn it. So that's the end of the combat phase. So we go into refresh. Oh, just one away. Threat goes up to 34. And we go to the resource phase. So we draw a card. And it's an ally, Son of Arnor. And everyone gets a resource. I had much more resources last time because I got Steward of Gondor into play early on. There's actually no allies that we can put into play. So I'm going to spend the 2 leadership resources to put this Steward of Gondor attached to Aragorn. And that's all the planning we will do. So now we're in the quest phase. The quest phase begins, so I'm going to exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to Aragorn. And I am going to commit him to the quest and spend one of those resources to ready him. I'm going to commit Eowyn to the quest. And I'm going to add another by discarding Erith, Resolve. So she's 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to commit Theodred to the quest, which is 8. And then after Theodred commits quest, choose a hero committed to that quest, add 1 resource to the hero's pool. So Aragorn gets that back. And then I'm going to have 5 attack. No, I'm not going to commit. So how many? We've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I'm going to exhaust that. I'm not going to commit Mendor because he might want him to attack. So that's the end of the quest phase. So it's 8. And we have a king spider come out. When revealed, each player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. Okay, I'm going to use my response to Test of Will. Cancel the when revealed effects of a card that was just revealed from the encounter deck. So I spend 1 spirit resource to cancel that effect. And then we do the willpower check. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 4 here. So 4 goes on this. So close to finishing that as well. You only need 1 to get through. I am not going to travel. And the encounter phase. So we do an encounter check. So this spider has to come into play. And Both of these are going to attack. Oh dear. Goodness me. So I think I'm going to defend with Theodred against this spider. There is no shadow effect. So it's 3 attack. He has 1 defense, so he takes 2 damage. So he's still alive. And then with this king spider, I'm going to defend with Faramir, who will die, but defending player must choose and discard 1 attachment they control. So I'll discard that attachment. And so they do 5 damage. So Faramir dies. Sorry, Faramir. And then I will attack the Ungoliant spawn with Aragorn, which is 3 attack. They have 2 defense, 1, so it kills the Ungoliant spawn. So there we go. So that goes away. So end of the combat phase. We ready, everyone? Everything. And threat goes up to 35. And then we draw a card, which is another unexpected courage. We gain resources. And there is an action window here before the resource phase ends. So I'm going to exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to the attached hero's resource pool. So they go up to 5. And then we're in the planning phase. So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can spend any resources for Gandalf. Oh, actually, 4, 5. So I'm bringing Gandalf into play. And Gandalf, I can draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce your threat. So I'm going to deal 4 damage to this king spider, which kills it. Gandalf enters and goes, "You shall not pass." Thank you, Gandalf. And then I'm going to spend 2 resources for unexpected courage and attach it to Theodred once more. And then that's the end of our planning phase, and we go into the quest phase. So we will commit Eowyn to the quest. We only need one more. And we will commit Mendor to the quest. So that's 5. We will discard a card to do Eowyn's action, so it's 6 willpower. That's all we will commit, although we could... Let's go overboard and commit Aragorn to the quest, and we can spend 1 to do that. So that's 7, 8. And then we will commit Theodred, who gives Aragorn another resource, and then we can exhaust Unexpected Courage to ready Theodred again. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 committed to the quest. And it's another forest gate. So that is 9 minus 4 is 5, which means, let's put a 5 on there. So that's well over the 10 we need. And because Ungoliant Spawn is not in play, we have 1. So we've done it again. And we defeated the big baddie in this set, which I'm quite pleased about. I think probably we could have done it better. But you know, I'm learning. So, resolution. Each player earns 1 copy of the Mendor's Support boon card. Add earn cards to the campaign pool. So let's see, where have I put these cards? Are they here? I think they are. Yeah, Mendor's Support. So we get 1 copy of this. And it says only 1 copy of Mendor's Support can be played each round. That's fine. Mendor gets +2 willpower, +2 attack, and +2 defense until the end of the round. And it's a 0 cost, so we can just play that whenever. So that goes into our campaign pool. So we can select that card when we play the next round. If stage 3B was Born's Path. No, it was... Oh, it was Born's Path. Add the Ungoliant Swarm Burden card to the campaign pool. Yeah, so... Oh, I don't know where that... Oh, hold on. Born's Path. I don't know where that is. I'll find that in a second. Beorn's Path. There is a bit of flavour text. The forest is dangerous, but that was beyond what one knight might expect to find. Mendor seems shaken. I fear something is not right in the land. I shall continue to travel with you. I want to find that card. Let's have a look. Not there. These are all bad cards, as are these, I think. Oh, hold on. Those definitely not. Boon, it would say burden. Can't see them there. Boon. But it's for the expansion. These are extra cards. What's in here? These are all heroes, I think. Oh, maybe not. It's quite possible I've got them mixed up somewhere. Okay, I'll look for those when this will be boring to watch, me looking at things. So there you go. That's my first campaign playthrough of Lord of the Rings. I will probably do the next one. So we'll have this boon card and a burden card. So we can have the boon card in, and we must have the burden card in our deck. And yeah, there we go.